welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Room to run right away. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's out of bounds. Mark him down right at the 10-yard line. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. It covers 51 yards.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. May going to look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Great May. Touchdown, Patriots. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now Andres Borregalas for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Pats will take a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregalas is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And they're Drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, #2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's 19 yards for the second straight play. They are rolling. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try to run for it with Martin. Searching for some. Seems to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the lines. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
They'll go. It's Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They convert with a gain of 15.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
47-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Once more, it's Henderson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Patriots first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. Again, it's Henderson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Henderson. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New England.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run. It's Henderson. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
And anytime you have a long drive going, you'd hate to have it stall out there. So that's a really nice job up front, making sure that that doesn't happen, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
May going to hold on to this one. He will do it himself. He's in. Great. May. Touchdown, New England. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Rodriguez now for the extra point. Through the snowflakes. This one good. And the Patriots extend their advantage to 14-3.
14. Texans 3.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Texans offense are now ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Marks. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
That's complete to the rookie's 2nd-round pick. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Trying to find any seeming hand with the push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The punt team comes on. Here's Tommy Townsend to kick it. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And they might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. Here's May to throw it on first down. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. A run here with Stevenson. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Kamari Lassiter on the tackle. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. In trouble, and down he goes. Harold Landry in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Moving to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense, to be honest. It was 4th and 3, and they picked up 8.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play. Unfortunate for them, they're going to celebrate it.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On the ground, it's Marks. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only one.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third and a long way to go. Stroud to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. These kicks not a given in the snow, but this one is good. And the Texans are back within 4. It is 14-10. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's May. Throw on the run is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing now is May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
From out of the gun, they're going to run with Henderson. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. They've got it 2nd down and 12 to go. Gun, here's May. That's complete to Henderson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough but now a much more advantageous spot.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
They're going. It's May, and he's going to have the first down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and we're going to keep this drive alive.
And all it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Madden. He's found his receiver, Boucher. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
10 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And that'll give them the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective, both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
A loss of 2 yards.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string them out wide, nowhere to cut, take them down for a loss.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On now is Andres Borregales for the field goal try. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Pats will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10. back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And this will be a Texans first down. As they'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Right back to Marks on first down. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
It is 3rd and 10. Now, Stroud. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations like this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Maynard on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On the handoff, Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
May to throw on second down. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd and long, here's May. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
His kick is good. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Texans offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
The ball comes out. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did, and they will keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Back to throw. Stroud. Now, screen set up for Marks. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. They'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Quick throw, taken in, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, here is Henderson. And he's going to be taken down to 37. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Patriots first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. To throw is May. Open man to Mario Douglas. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New England.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw now, May. Has caught right side by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
And he will score! Sean Pucci, touchdown Patriots.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mixing run, mixing pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point now for Borregales. He's got it. And the Pats add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Texans 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7th. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. first and 10. Here's Stroud. Open man, downfield. It's Nico Collins. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Texans first down.
A gain of 14.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
To number 81, it's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
Now it's second and 1. From the gun, here's Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Texan.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play.
A gain of 7. It's fourth down.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Andy Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans are back within 2 scores.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break. So they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession of the second half.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the Patriots are going to recover. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Patriots will extend this third quarter lead.
Texans 13.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now for Marks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll air one out for Higgins. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he's going to have that 1st down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. Into the secondary again. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's May. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Portegales for the Patriot field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Pats will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Curse. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Stroud. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
It's 3rd down. It's a passing down. You know they're going to bring pressure. We've seen it time and time again. But as we've seen, this offensive line, they just haven't been able to handle the different looks the defense has thrown at them, and the sacks keep piling up.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Run here with Stevenson, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
On second down, it's May. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's going to be third. They need one. They'll try to sneak it here. It's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Inside the 35. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 27-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 39 yards.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. And I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up second down.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
14 on the pickup. First down, New England.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drops.
A second effort, and he is in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, New England. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good, and the Pats will add one more onto their big lead.
Texans 13.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Texans offense about ready to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. give to Marks from the gun, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Once again, it's Marks. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Now, Stroud. And this ball incomplete on first down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line, it stresses your quarterback, it stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Give up the middle to Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Throwing on third down is May. They get 18 on the pitching count. Good for a Patriots first down.
It's a gain of 18. And the Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On second down, here's a run with Stevenson. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. It's also a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They try to pick this up with the jet sweep. A gain of 17 yards. First down, New England.
Really nice physical run off the jet sweep. You traditionally think of these plays, Mike, as more of like a finesse play, more of a speed, just outrun everyone to the perimeter. But really nice job breaking tackles, and it's pretty easy to see why they want to get the ball in his hands.
Out of the gun, it's a give to Stevenson. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
He was brought down by Derek Stingley. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Again, it'll be Stevenson. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Third and goal. Stevenson. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down. The Texans offense ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb who starts this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
It's a gain of 14
They get 14 on that hookup. First down for Houston.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Deep free downfield, it's Kirk. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. That was good for 29.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is 4th down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Patriots ready for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcomes. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this quarterback is going to be sore tomorrow. I mean, you can tell this defense made a point of emphasis. We are going to rush relentlessly the entire game, and their pressure plan, their pass rush plan, it's worked to perfection.
The Texans getting all set to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. First down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
Patriots, first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first down, they'll stay with Stevenson on the ground. And he'll try to drive forward. So not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Trick pass cut by Henry, the tight end. A gain there of 11. First down, New England.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with this.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Johnson. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
First down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. 2nd and goal.
8-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here now, 2nd down. and goal. One more time with Johnson. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
To throw is May. And he'll take it on in. Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Rodriguez now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots add on to their already sizable lead.
The score, Patriots 51, Texans 13.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Texans offense ready to take over once again. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Carry now for Marks. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Stroud to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on. Taken down after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Johnson.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good runner. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
May going to hold on to this one. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Patriots first down.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
On play action, here's May. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's the former Defensive Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson, getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
May. Left side, he's got Henry. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Another one. Through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Patriots will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. On the ground, it's Martin to open the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans first down.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On first down, it's Marks. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. He'll go again with Marks. And it takes a little bit of snow to make things slippery out here. He'll get forward for only a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Patriots' 48-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Chubb. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Patriots are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keeper. This ball game is over. So it's a win for the Patriots. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans are going to have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.